Hey guys, Corey with Blood Brothers Racing, and we're here to talk about the project that's been waiting for several months now. It's going to be called Project Blown Budget because we're going to upgrade the blower on the truck. We're also going to talk about some new shop lights, makes everything brighter and nicer, and a new camera rig. So hopefully you can tell that we're trying to take this channel to the next level. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, before we get into the main course, how about we talk about the lights real quick. We upgraded all the shop lights. We were having problems with like light flare, lens flare. So hopefully this video quality is much better. I'd hope. So here's a little bit of the installing the lights. Here's the light out of the box. Not a huge fan of the pull chain, but we'll just leave it on or make it really short. I've got to come up with a way of hooking them because I want it as tight to the ceiling as possible. But it does give you multiple ways, at least two ways to connect these, either directly to the wall with the cord. You can link them together with this 12-inch extension, or link them directly together with this little piece here, which is convenient. You can link 6 of them together. I've got to kind of measure things out and figure out how I want to do it. But they are pretty bright, and I'll show you what I mean by the diffused. The light is diffused out, so there's not any direct sunlight rays like that right there, which affects cameras. So this should be better. Let's hope. Those lights have made a huge difference, not only for the video quality, but also to actually work on things. It's much brighter. I still got to add some lights here and there. The back there where the garage doors are, I still got to figure out how I'm going to light them. But those lights are Menards. They're relatively inexpensive, and they seem to be pretty good quality. So I'll let you know in about a year if we have any troubles, but so far so good. The next up is the camera rig. We upgraded to a new Sony camera that I'm on now. I'll take a little video of it right here and let you see it. So here's a video of the new camera rig. It's a Sony ZV-1, and they got a nice little light up here, which is actually off. It looks like it's on, but it's off. I got a microphone and a wide frame lens that'll help with doing the interview stuff. So this is the new rig, and it's so far so really good. I'm hoping you're going to be able to tell this is off the GoPro. Oh, and there's a cat. Hopefully you're going to be able to tell at least the audio quality is a lot better without having to use the lapel mic. But the video quality is far better. So we're hoping to get better, learn this thing, and I hope you liked the little cinematic of me working on stuff just to try to play around with it. Alright, now it's time to have the dinner, or the big meal of the video. Talking about the truck, what we're doing, what's been going on so far. So really it's been a holding pattern or a stall, just waiting, saving up some money for the new blower, and then trying to get some ducks in a row. Just recently I've got enough money to buy a blower, and I started looking, and I found one that I really liked. It was an SSI unit, 871. It was perfect for what I needed. I'm not 100% familiar with aftermarket blowers. I did put the Detroit on myself, but I don't know about like the intricacies of the performance blower part. So I sent a message to some friends about the blower that it was in question. Everybody thought it was a good idea, and the day we were going to go get it, the Friels family called and let me know that it's an 871 blower, but it's in a 1471 case, so it's much bigger case, and they just want to make sure that I knew going forward, so I wouldn't have any firewall issues or anything. Turns out it would have fit, but because it was a delta opening on the bottom, which I'll give some pictures and show the differences of them. Since it was a delta bottom, the blower needed to be set back 2.5 or 2.25 inches, so it's the center of the plenum. We couldn't do it. It was just too big a blower, plus the added weight. The Friels offered graciously, they had a blower laying around that they were willing to sell. It was a 1071, but it was like a street strip blower. I was really heavily considering it until I ran across the blower, BDS blower. It was race prepped, found it on Marketplace, and went ahead and bit the bullet and agreed to buy it. So it should be here within the next week, and it's a BDS 871 standard helix, but it's got a retro delta opening. So it'll still need to be set back, and you still got to use injectors in the manifold, but it's exactly what I want. I think it's going to be a lot more efficient than the 1071 with the standard opening and street strip stuff. This is going to be a huge upgrade to the old 671. This will be perfect for Chris because he's not trying to go faster than 10 right now, especially only having a roll bar. But it wasn't enough for me to go much faster than 950, and that was really pushing the limits of that blower. So the new one should get me to about wherever I want to go, which is going to probably be, I'll probably play around with the 9s and then maybe go 850 and maybe an 8. I don't know. We'll just see how the motor likes it, and check all the data and just go slow at it. Speaking of injection on the manifold, so let me turn this thing around and I'll kind of give you some visuals. Alright, so here's the motor in question. What the plan is from intake to carburetors and the entire fuel system is going to go on Chris's car. We've already got a new intake that's got provisions for the fuel injection, and it's in Illinois. We're going to pick it up when we drop Chris's motor off, hopefully the next week or two. So that's already done. I still got to, obviously get all the injector lines for it and stuff, but it also has a blow-off plate in the front, so I have to make some provisions in the rear in order to run some water through the heads. I don't want to run waterless even though I'm going methanol, just because I do want to be able to maybe bracket race this, and you're going to need the water to keep it cool. So that's the plan with the intake. Speaking of fuel injection, we've got fuel injection parts, a bunch of them. So I've been collecting these over the years. I've got several pumps, 3 of them actually. This is the one I'm going to end up using, and it's going to go to Spud at a FIE in Oregon, the pump and barrel valve. He's going to clean both of them, check them, make sure everything's good, and then use my data, or not so much data, my information about the motor and what I'm trying to do, and he's going to give me a good base tune-up. It'll get me in the right direction so that I don't hurt the motor. And since I don't know a whole lot about injection, actually zero, it's probably better to spend the money and have a guy like Spud, make sure that we're at least in the ballpark. I also had a bunch of other injection parts out just to see if I could use anything, but it's all Hillborn stuff. So if anybody watching needing some Hillborn stuff, holler at me. Maybe I got something for you. So I got some boxes back there. It's ready to be shipped out to Spud. I am going to try to do that tomorrow. So this evening I'm going to take the barrel valve off and get it boxed up, get it sent to Oregon. Alright, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of what we're doing. And I'm sorry it's taken so long to get started on the truck, but it is one of those things where it's a really expensive thing to change and get ready. So I've had to save up for it. I'm at the point where I can now purchase stuff and get stuff coming in. We're gonna probably put the rear end on the back burner until closer to the race season, and it may even be mid-season, change it between races. I really don't want to make that change between races, but it may just be what it is. I may just have to buy a new set of tires, the 10.5, 29.5s, and make the suspension be a little bit more aggressive, pulling the front end, put more weight on the rear. That might make it to where I don't spin at a marginal track. So we'll just have to play that by ear. The main thing is getting the blower put on, the injection, and lastly, what we have to do to make sure that I'm more competitive is I've got to get some kind of a weight system installed where I can add some weight to slow down beyond changing blower pulleys and timing. Last year we struggled we would get pretty close to the number, but we would be off by enough where weight would be dial us in perfect, and it's a very scientific way of doing it. So that's going to happen very soon too. So probably in the next couple months you're going to see a lot of these videos, maybe even more than once a week. Blown Budget is started, and I'm excited. Please comment down below, tell me if you're excited, and make sure that I get it more thumbs up than Chris's quest for 10s. Come on, help me out, make me feel special, make the truck feel special. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching.